are about 500 plus students are there, and faculty are there in Zoom. In addition, it is being parallelly streamed in YouTube, so that the second year, third year, final year who are in the examinations now can also listen at a later time. So that is what it is planned.
Thank you so much, sir.
Shiva, over to you. Please kindly play the inauguration song.
So Raj, you can start now. Or otherwise, let me give a brief. My dear student friends, we have an exclusive department, the name Placement and Industry Institute Interaction. So there is a center, and Dr. Rajendran is heading, and there are heads of departments, department coordinators. There is a background team. They do a lot of activities related to placement of students, industry institute interaction, internships, in-plant training, then so many possible ways the industry institute can interact. So one of the main activities in this direction is Industry Institute Interaction Webinar Series. So this is a third version now. So already 1.0, 2.0 they have completed. So now in this series, experts in the industry, like today's guest, Mr. Krithivasan from Virtusa, they fix, and the experts will share what the industry expectations, how the students has to equip themselves, and to perform as an exceptionally good engineer in the country, for the country and for the company and for the world, how you have to shape up while studying itself. So that is the objective of this Industry Institute Interaction webinar series, organized by Center for Placement and Industry Institute Interaction. So Dr. Rajendran, Director of Placement, has arranged this. Now let me move on to the program. Over to the moderator.
Okay. Now we welcome Professor N. Vigneshwaran, Placement Manager of EC Department, to give welcome address.
Thank you, sir.
Over to Vigneshwaran, sir.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. With the warm greetings on behalf of Knowledge Institute of Technology, PAT and AAA, it's my great privilege to propose the welcome address on this Industry Institute Interaction webinar series 3.0, Kanavugal Meipada. First and foremost, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Mr. S. Krithivasan, Head Strategy and Engagement. Virtusa have accepted our invitation and gracing today's session. Welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our beloved founder and principal, sir, Dr. P.S.S. Srinivasan, Knowledge Institute of Technology, always have an optimistic thoughts towards uplifting our institution in every possible way. Welcome you, sir.
Yes, happy to join.
Here I extend my warm welcome to our Vice Principal, Dr. K. Visagavel, sir, Knowledge Institute of Technology, Salem, a man of innovation. Welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. P. Rajendran, sir, Director Placement and AAA, the man who is the reason for this today's session happening, always guiding and supporting us in all the aspects. Welcome you, sir.
It's my pleasure to join.
Next, I would like to welcome Dr. A. Stephen, sir, Director MBA, Dr. M. Tangavel, sir, Director Training, and Mr. N.C. Balachandran, sir, Director External Industry Relation, Core Industry, for their valuable contribution in all our efforts. Welcome you, sirs. Next, I extend my welcome to the heads of various departments, faculty members, and the students of KIOT for this wonderful session. Once again, I welcome you all. Over to the moderator.
Thank you, Professor N. Vigneshwaran, sir. Next, I call upon Professor I. Rajesh, sir, Placement Manager, CSE Department, to give chief guest introduction.
So very good morning to one and all gathered here to online. It's my privilege in welcoming our today's chief guest, Mr. S. Krithivasan, sir, Head Strategy and Engagement, E-School and B-School, Graduate Talent Program, Strategy and Engagement India, Virtusa Consulting Services, Chennai. Sir currently heads the Strategy and Management Engagement for University and Hiring and also heads B-School Hiring, India. He comes in with nearly 15 years of experience, mostly into campus hiring and branding. He started off with Meritrack Services, an assessment firm where he was handling some of the major corporates campus hiring as well as projects for top government bodies. Prior to joining Virtusa, he was working with Deloitte, where he was playing the role of business partner HR, which includes managing performance, management for a specific business unit, R&R, and other employee engagement activities. His current role at Virtusa include a business schools hiring, a strategy for engineering school hiring, along with the engagement of candidates. Apart from recruitment, he is also responsible for the branding engine, conducting competitions, workshops, and faculty development programs across the country for the combined entity. He was awarded by World HRD Congress as Young HR Achiever in February 2018. He holds a master degree in HR from Symbiosis University, Pune, and HR leadership course from XLRI, Jamshedpur. His interests includes traveling, interacting with people. That's why he loves about in his current role. With this short keynote, I once again welcome our chief guest, Krithivasan sir, for this webinar. Welcome you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the given opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh, sir. Thank you for your brief introduction. Next, I like to call upon Dr. P. Rajendran, sir, Director and Placement Cell, to give felicitation address for the function.
Thank you very much,
Sir.
moderator. Yeah, I'm very happy to welcome Mr. Krithi for this event. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation and going to share your experience with the students. So on behalf of KIOT, once again, I like to thank the entire Virtusa team. So far, around 100 members, the God place, they're working there. And this is the first COE established by Virtusa in KIOT, Center of Excellence on Data Science. Really, it's a great moment. And also, we have got we have sent a mail for batch adaptation for AIDS. Almost it is getting through. So thank you so much on behalf of KIOT. Once again, I'd like to thank Mr. Krithi for his great support. Thank you so much. So coming to the Virtusa, really, they are doing wonderful thing. Most of our students, they are given very good positive feedback about this organization. The kind of environment they are offering in Virtusa is really a great thing. Really, it's a very fortunate to have a great session today. Really, Krithivasan has great exposure, and he has visited all the universities. He has visited all the colleges. He knows how to handle the recruitment process. Really, is a great thing. So, on behalf of KIOT, once again, I welcome Krithivasan for this great event. Thank you so much. Over to moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I request Dr. P.S. Srinivasan, sir, founder and principal of KIOT, to give principal address for this function.
Yeah, welcome. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I am happy to welcome Mr. Krithivasan once again. Very impressive profile for his age. The achievements are so great. We are happy to be honored. On behalf of KIOT, we wish you to get many more such honors and awards and acclamations. My dear student friends, today is an important day basically because why this brief resume is being read about a resource person is, there is a saying in Tamil, Epporul yar yar vai ketpinum, apporul meipporul kanbadu arivu. So everywhere we are flooded with messages, WhatsApps, news, newspapers, friends, TVs, so many things. So experts talk like this. But where to give importance, what to give importance, and to what extent we must take that seriously. So that is a purpose for which the chief guest introduction is given. If you look into his profile, in a short span of about 10 to 15 years of his career, you have seen his progress, awards, acclamations. It means whatever he is going to say, and that will be every word, every sentence will have a lot of in-depth insights, knowledge, and wisdom. So that is why we need to take his words very seriously and prepare ourselves. I mean, prepare the young students yourself. Coming to every time to the key part, there is a famous economist and futuristic writer somewhere between 1970s to 2000. He has written four, five good books. The Future Shock, Third Wave, or some of his very popular books. So his tagline is, when only permanent thing in the world is nothing but the change. மாற்றம் ஒன்றே நிலையானது. அப்படின்னா the world is always changing. Every 5 years, every 10 years span, if you compare with the previous, there are significant changes. Now, we in the world, both the business world, the society is in a very big transformation because of 4 5 major impacts. One is what we call Industry 4.0. The business industry and the business economic scenario has changed very significantly because of the Industry 4.0. Industry 1.0 is invention of mechanical energy, and then standardization and mass production of goods. Industry 2.0 is invention of electricity-led developments along with assembly line, and that has led to cheaper products. Industry 3.0 is invention of electronic control systems, computers, and internet. Now in the Industry 4.0 is what we call digital transformation. Whatever we do, what we were doing in a certain way earlier, now we try to do it in a 100% digital way. It offers a lot of flexibilities, transformations. Transformation means major change. It's not a gradual change. Gradual change is always there. So it means it has got a lot of relevance. Similarly, in the education sector, the government of India has brought in National Education Policy 2020. Integrated, multidisciplinary, holistic education is a key essence of it. So it brings in a lot of changes in the curriculum, design and delivery and assessment, so that India will be a leading economic player in the world, maybe in another 10 years. Similarly, the world is faced by major changes due to because of the excessive use of energy and environment, and technology like climatic change, so global warming, so changes in this rain patterns, and so many major issues. So we engineers have a greater role to solve all those things. So a few years back, the World Economic Forum has come out with a beautiful report called 21st Century Skills. There are about 16 skills that are going to be more relevant for anybody to perform in the coming years. So in line with that, our NBA, National Board of Accreditation, and the ACT has brought a lot of changes in the curriculum, delivery, assessment, and contents to teach, and how to equip our make our future engineers at present. That's called outcome-based education. And we are a signatory of Washington Accord, and we are doing a lot of transformations there itself. So now technology change is inevitable. So technology penetration of digital transformation is also happening in education industry. A lot of things are happening. So under these circumstances, the industry institute interaction plays a very vital role. As you all aware, KIOT in the last few years, our admissions used to get filled between 40th place to 50th place among self-financing engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu. That is basically because we have a very good industry interaction that is headed, coordinated by Dr. Rajendran, and Virtusa is a key player there are 4 or 5 key companies. They contribute very significantly to the aspirations of KIOT students, especially the industry-led curriculum design, delivery, and producing a excellent industry-relevant engineers. So in this context, Virtusa, we cannot forget, but about some 7 or 8 years back, we had some preliminary discussions. Then Krithivasan is a pivot in that role. He has taken every aspect that we said every point of time. He was very great in putting it into action and making it to happen. And every time when I myself and Rajendran visit for this company Institute Connect program, we used to get a lot of inputs, a lot of ideas, and then using that we have progress very much. We are given very good inputs to our engineering students, especially in the area of computer science and ECE. Really, we are thankful to you, Krithi and Virtusa, for this record. So we have the Center of Excellence in the Data Science that are running for about 3 or 4 years very successfully. Recently, last year we have requested for batch adoption to for any one BE program, and Krithi through his company and higher ups, he was great enough to pursue this matter and make batch adoption for AIDS, artificial and data science stream. It's one more progress. And for the information of Krithi, we have applied for autonomous. Probably at the end of April, we will be getting autonomous. That's only all the parameters we surpass the minimum requirements, and it's only a matter of processing, inspection, and passing the order. Absolutely, there is no difficulty in next academic year. So we are totally entirely in a new model. We are working out our engineering curriculum. We call it as a symbol pi model, and that has got college common and professional code, then industry relevant vertical, whatever the industry wants, like .NET technology, Java technology, data science technology, we'll have it in this industry vertical. That is about some 20 to 25 credits, and one leg is horizontal is common for a particular branch, and this vertical is industry vertical is specific. That will happen only with industry institute interaction. Similarly, there's another vertical is the emerging technology vertical. We have identified 7 emerging technology vertical where we have a faculty strength and laboratory strength, and so that we can deliver, so that our engineers will have one leg very strong fundamentals, one leg in any one of the industry verticals that they aspire to put up their career. Similarly, all students will have exposure to at least one emerging technology vertical. So there will be a really, so in the delivery part and the assessment part, we focus on Bloom's taxonomy and higher level of learning, especially solving complex problems with application, analysis, synthesis, and decision making in mind, critical thinking in mind. So totally a new exercise. All our faculty members associating with the industry we have been doing. We trouble you more in the coming days in this regard. I wish the students to take every aspect of his speech very seriously. With this opening remarks, over to the, I welcome Krithi once again. Thanks to the great support by Virtusa for the past 7-8 years, not only in terms of recruitment, but in so many industry institute interaction spheres. So hats off to you, G. With this opening remarks, I hand over, thanks for giving the opportunity, over to the moderator.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your beloved and principal, sir, for your wonderful saying. Thank you, sir. Next, I'd like to welcome of our today's chief guest, Mr. S. Krithivasan, sir, Head Strategy and Engagement of E-School and D-School, Graduate Talent Program of Virtusa Consultancy Services. Now, I welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Krithivasan sir and Rajendran sir, the entire faculty, the HODs of Knowledge Institute who have given me this opportunity. It's a wonderful feel to be here today. I so wish it would have been a in-person meeting where I would have got an opportunity to meet all of you and then talk to you. If you have actually seen my profile, the last line that I have mentioned very clearly is that I enjoy talking to people, and that is what I continue to do. After a long time, I have taken a break for health reason, and again, coming back and addressing large set of students is certainly an honor. And I once again thank the KIOT management to have given me this opportunity. Now, I would not want to go that entire one-way conversation. Rather, I would like to keep it more engaging. So what I'm going to do is the first 10 to 15 minutes. I will give you some of my inputs. I will give you what I have seen, what I have gone through, what are those key messages that I would like to share with each of you. And then I suppose you have the chat window, right? I'll be more than happy to take up any questions from you. And let me see if I can answer, because I am someone who is always ready for challenge. So you ask me any question, but if I know the answer, I'm going to say yes. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to say, give me 1 week time, I'm going to prepare and come back. So that way, I also go back and do a little bit of homework. Okay. So first thing, I will also try and use English and Tamil as much as possible to make it more nicer. But please pardon me if my Tamil is not that great. Not that I'm not a Tamilian. நான் பக்கா மெட்ராசி தான். ஆனா என்ன ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம், நான் தமிழ்ல பேசுறேன்னா அது வந்து ஒரு it won't be the regular proper Tamil. It would be more of me talking in terms of my local language that I use here in Chennai. Okay, so please don't think that okay, this guy doesn't even know Tamil. I know a different Tamil. That's the only thing. Okay, so first thing, you have entered your college, and you have entered the next phase of your life. There are like multiple phases of life, right? We can just keep talking about it. One is your birth, and second is you start doing your schooling, and then next is your secondary school, wherein you go, or a higher secondary, where you are like, that's when you start understanding what life is all about in terms of your mature way. And then you pass out of your schooling, and then you join a college. That is exactly what you are right now. And this is a crucial phase, because all these while, whatever that you have studied until you're 12 is more of academics. Okay, if you ask me, whatever that I have studied so far, will it help me get a job? The answer is yes and no. Yes is because there are certain jobs where if you want to become a specialist, or if you want to do something or aligned to a certain subject, or you want to get into becoming a lecturer, then academics plays a very, very important role. But if you decide that I want to start my career, I want to get my career into the next phase in terms of I want to start my IT journey, and then I will move on to do my higher education, and then again I'll continue my career. Then the next 4 years is going to be very, 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 very important. The reason is, all these while you study, and then you come into your exam, you write the exam, you complete. We close the chapter, we move the book aside, and then we move on. We get promoted, we don't look back, we don't look at, okay, what we studied in the previous year. 10th standard, or until 10th standard, I am a commerce student and now an MBA graduate, double MBA. But whatever I studied in 10th, 90% of the subjects, I am not using it, because I studied science. Except for a little bit of science here and there, I don't use science in my life at all. Except for the fact that I recruit computer science graduates. Apart from that, there is no science in my life. It is there, but the quantum is just 10%, not the 100%. So until 10th standard, I studied science, social studies, history, civics, geography. But if you ask me, I am not putting that 100% into my life. And then I took up commerce, and then I studied BCom. If you ask me, was it useful? If I had got into accounting line where I got multiple offers, definitely those 5 years, 2 years, 11th and 12th, and 3 years of my college would have been a very good impact, because that is where I studied what accounts is all about, what I need to do, and how it is going to be useful in my career. But then I changed track. Okay, but in your case, you have come into engineering. In engineering, the way to decide money, you have decided to opt into this, and you have made a very good decision. Okay, let me come back there. But before that, so this engineering is a very interesting and an important phase of their career. The reason why I'm saying interesting is because in the 4 வருஷம் உங்களுக்கு டைம் போகிறதே தெரியாது. The way that you study, the way that you go about what happens, life will be so fast. நம்ம நினைச்சு பார்த்தோமா? I still remember March 21, 2020. I was traveling and all of a sudden we were told that, hey, come back to Chennai. You guys have to go back home. You cannot even work from office. Pandemic start ஆனபோது டைம் வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்லோவா போற மாதிரி இருந்தது. வேலையே நடக்கல, எதுவுமே நடக்கல. திரும்பி பார்த்தா we are talking about we are in February 2022. 2 years we have survived and 2 years ஓடி போனதே தெரியல. So you guys, maybe you did not get a chance to go and write your 12th standard exam in the school. There are people who have not written their 10th exams and even might not write their 12th exams also. There might be situation like that. Those who are writing their 10th in 2020, if they are writing their 12th now, there might be a situation because we really don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so the next 4 years is a period where you get to explore and enjoy, learn and understand what it takes. இந்த 4 வருஷம் நீங்க என்ன பண்ண போறீங்க? இதுதான் உங்களோட next 40 years. Because unless you start your own organization, unless you take over your father's organization, our career stops at 58. 58 is the retirement age. Unless you become a prime minister or a president or you have your own startup, அந்த தெட்டோட நின்றுடும். அதுக்கப்புறம் you will have to do something else. You cannot be the regular employee. That means between now and attaining the age of 58, so you know what is the years that you have. 30 to 40 years. So in the 40 years, what you want to do is all determined on what you're going to do in the next 4 years. If you don't use this 4 years wisely, next 40 years is going to be very difficult. How we are going to use this 4 years is going to play a very, very crucial role. Okay. So for that, I will now give you some tips. I don't know how many of you have heard about this. You try something for 21 days, okay, it becomes a habit. You try something for 6 months, it becomes your lifestyle. Okay. I'll give you an example from my own life. Okay. Now, every day when I wake up, I have the habit of directly looking into the clock and I have a clock. I look at the time and that's how I start my day. I have been doing this for almost, say 3 years now. It's been almost 2 months that the clock has actually got repaired. Maybe I'm lazy also. Everybody has that, even I'm lazy. Okay. But automatically when I wake up, my eyes go there. I try looking there. Even though there is no clock, I try to visualize, okay, it might be around 6:30 a.m. or it might be 7 a.m. Because it has become a lifestyle. It automatically, a mindset tune, this is what it is. Certain things, right? You take your own example, certain things that we have been doing. We don't forget to brush our teeth. We don't forget to eat. We don't forget to take a bath. Or we don't even forget to worship God. Here and there, timing miss out, but we don't forget, right? Why we don't forget? Because in our childhood, these are some things that have been imbibed in us by our parents and grandparents. They have been teaching us in the early stage. Do this. Warning, they have actually got us like that. And that is all. So today, it's time that you need to make a decision. You would have already heard from many people. You would have seen many TVs, films and all. Many shows are coming talking about the corporate life and all those things and interviews and all. So you would have really heard. Where do you want to see yourself in 5 years down the lane? 4 years, 4th year படிக்கும்போது வர question. ஒரு standard HR question. It's not about people leaking the question. Everybody knows standard question. But இன்னைக்கு நான் உங்ககிட்ட கேட்கறது, when you graduate out of Knowledge Institute, what do you want to do? Where do you want to see yourself? Or a simple question. Do you want to be an engineer or do you want to be an engineering graduate? I don't know how many of you know the difference between being an engineer and being an engineering graduate. But I can give you a small example. I don't know whether you guys would have even noticed this. Back very early stages, I don't even know, maybe 1950s or 60s, people used to proudly say if the person is an engineer, okay, he used to be called as Engineer ABC. Like how today, if someone is a doctor, they call him doctor. If he's in army, they call him with respect. They say sergeant, they say lieutenant or commander, wing commander. Even we say pilot, right? They take pride in saying captain, pilot, first officer. All those things. Even for that matter, take your own faculties, professors, assistant professor. They take pride in saying Professor Rajendran, Professor Srinivasan. Have we ever written Engineer ABC? The answer to that is, especially in Tamil Nadu, I'm sure you guys would have come across this comedy. நீங்க என்ன வேணாலும் வாழ்க்கையில பண்ணிக்கோ, இன்ஜினியரிங் முடிச்சுட்டு என்ன வேணாலும் பண்ணு. So everybody has got into engineering. Engineering has become like, hey, if I'm born in Tamil Nadu, I have to be an engineer. Or rather, I would say they are not engineer, they are engineering graduate. Because all they do is certificate. Today, I say, I am not a BCom. I am not an accountant. I am a BCom graduate. Because I studied BCom, I am not putting that in my life. But I'm a HR. I proudly say I'm an HR because that is what I'm doing day in and out, and I take pride in saying that I'm an HR. That is exactly what the question to you is. Do you want to be an engineering graduate? That means all you need is a certificate. Or you want to be an engineer. If you want to be an engineer, then the next 4 years is going to be very, very critical. You will get all the required support. You will get whatever that you want. But for all that, you have to do it. Literally, Tamil சொல்லணும்னா உங்களுக்கு வாழ்பழுத்து தோலை உரிச்சு கொடுப்பாங்க, பட் நீங்க தான் அதை எடுத்து சாப்பிடணும். Whether you consume or not is left to you. But if you consume, your life is going to be very, very sweet. If you don't consume, you know what will happen. இந்த 4 வருஷம் நான் காலேஜ் ஜாயின் பண்ணிட்டேன், எனக்கு இதுக்கு மேல எனக்கு வந்து யூனிஃபார்ம் போட தேவையில்லை, நான் ஜாலியா வந்து கேஷுவல்ஸ் போகலாம், காத்தால எழுந்து ஓடணுன்ற அவசியம் இல்லை, ஹோம் ஒர்க்குன்னு ஒன்று கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரிலாம் நீங்க நினைச்சீங்கன்னா, that is not right. Engineering is a different life altogether. And if you really want to enjoy the 40 years of your life, the next 4 years, try to get into a habit. Daily morning, I will wake up with so and so. I will spend 15 minutes reading something. Because today, no matter what you do, communication is going to play a very, very important role. What differs you from the person sitting to your right or the left is all about communication. How you can communicate. And communicate is not all about high funda English and speaking fluently and all. No. நான் பேசுறது உங்களுக்கு புரியுதா, நீங்க பேசுறது எனக்கு புரியுதா? That is what communication is all about. It is not a rocket science. And ஈஸியா கத்துக்கலாம். சின்ன வயசுல நீங்க ஸ்கூல்ல படிக்கும்போது எங்களுக்குலாம் வந்து ரன் மார்டன் படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, but we didn't really pay that much attention. But now we understand. Maybe அப்போ ரன் மார்டன் அப்பவே படிச்சிருந்தா இன்னைக்கு இன்னும் இங்கிலீஷ் நல்லா இருந்திருக்குமே அப்படின்ட்டு. But that's okay. Nobody wants to become so fluent like a run Martin. But this basic art of communication has to be very clear. இன்னைக்கு நான் பேசுறது உங்களுக்கு புரியுதுன்னா you are halfway through. நீங்க பேசுறதே எனக்கு புரிய ஆரம்பிச்சிச்சுன்னா nothing like it. Okay. So spend some time reading newspaper, reading articles, reading books. Stay away from this WhatsApp and Facebooks of the world. Try investing in other social sites which is going to help you in your career. LinkedIn, GitHub, HackerRank, HackerEarth, these kind of sites. Your college library. Your college will have some area where they will also expose you to some coding. If you don't know, this is the right time. Spend half an hour, 1 hour. I keep asking one question when I used to visit the college. All of you will commute to your college and go back. There is a good, at minimum 1 hour in the journey, half an hour one side. What do you do in that 1 hour? Chit-chatting and just eating snacks or sleeping. What are the things that you can do in that 1 hour? So many things. Knowledge transfer. You can talk to your friends on topic that interests you, and you can make them align to your thoughts. உங்க எல்லாருக்குமே இருக்கிற ஒரு பெரிய பிரச்சனை என்னன்னா, எனக்கு என் ஃப்ரெண்டு ரொம்ப க்ளோஸ். ஆனா அவங்ககிட்ட நான் போயிட்டு வந்து வாடா நம்ம ஜாவா பத்தி பேசலாம் அப்படின்னா வந்து என்ன ஜாவா பத்தி எல்லாம் உட்காந்து பேசிட்டு இருக்காருன்னா அப்புறம் பேசலாம் வாடா நம்ம வேற ஏதாவது ஜாலியா என்ஜாய் பண்ணணும்னு சொன்னா, இஃப் யூ திங்க் my friend is important, so I am going to leave aside Java and then spend time with my friend. Just try to think yourself. What if your friend is street smart? Street smart na இந்த மாதிரி டைம்ல வந்து வேணாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு வீட்டுக்கு போயிட்டு சைடா அவங்க பாட்டுக்கு வந்து நல்லா படிச்சுட்டு இருப்பான். நாளைக்கு he might just shine, prosper and he will go. He will not help you. நீங்க வந்து இதெல்லாம் நடக்காது அப்படின்னு நீங்க நினைக்கலாம், but I tell you the reality. You go to any IITs, Indian Institute of Technology, this happens. I'm sure you would have heard about many things happening inside IITs, people not able to handle the pressure, they run away and all of these things, all because of this. அங்க இருக்கிற பசங்க தான் இப்படிதான் இருப்பாங்க. They are street smart. They make use of the opportunity. 3 years நல்லா கூட இருந்துட்டு placement ன்னு வரும்போது they might get all of a sudden. And I have interviewed people who have cried in front of me saying that, sir, என் கூட இருந்தா சார் 3 வருஷம் நானும் ஒண்ணு அப்படி பழகினோம் சார், என் ஹாஸ்டல் பேட் சார், அவனுக்கு 25 lakhs பேக்கேஜ் கிடைச்சாமே அவன் என்ன மறந்துட்டான் சார். யாருக்கெல்லாம் 25 lakhs கிடைச்சிச்சோ அவங்க எல்லாம் ஒரு குரூப் சேர்ந்துட்டாங்க. இப்ப நான் வந்து I don't even know whether I get a 7 lakh job or not. நான் இப்ப உங்ககிட்ட வந்து நான் இப்படி உட்காந்துருக்கேன் சார் அப்படின்றான். இவன்லாம் யாருன்னா அந்த 3 வருஷம் ஜாலியா டைம் விட்டுட்டு எதுவுமே கடுக்காம அரை வார டைம் இருக்கே அப்படின்னு விட்டு அந்த பசங்க தான் இந்த மாதிரி வந்து ஃபீல் பண்ணுவாங்க. So this is the right time for you. Please don't waste the time. You have a clock for yourself. You need entertainment. You need your so-called whatever that you want to do in your life away from the studies and all those things. ஒரு நாள்ல 8 மணி நேரம் தூங்குறோம்னா பாக்கி 16 ஹவர்ஸ்ல you can play around with your 16 hours. And all I'm asking you to do is just spend 30 minutes to 1 hour. இதை நீங்க பண்ணீங்கனாலே லைஃப் பியூட்டிஃபுல்லா இருக்கும். Okay. So this is what my only humble request to you guys, make use of the next 4 years. Okay. And the next thing that I want to talk about is the most important thing. Okay. I want to tell you right now and not at the end of your career because it is going to be very, very crucial again. We always have this habit of thinking that, hey, நம்ம வாத்தியார் கணப்பா தெரியும், அவங்களுக்கே ஒண்ணுமே தெரியாது அப்படின்னு நம்ம எல்லாருமே நினைப்போம். But the fact is, இன்னைக்கு உங்களுக்கு அவங்க ஒண்ணு சொல்லி தராங்கன்னா அவங்க நேற்றுக்கே இதை பத்தி அவங்க படிச்சுட்டு வந்து உங்ககிட்ட சொல்லணும். அண்ட் உங்களுக்கு மட்டும் இல்ல, நீங்க இப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இயர், உங்க சீனியர்ஸ் செகண்ட் இயர், தேர்ட் இயர், ஃபோர்த் இயர், வேற செக்ஷன், வேற சப்ஜெக்ட், உங்களுக்கு நீங்க எடுக்கிறது பக்கத்து செக்ஷனுக்கு வேற ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட். ஸோ just look at the amount of knowledge that they have to acquire, amount of investment that they have to do prior to coming and talking to you. We all think that நம்ம கூட கத்தால வராங்க, நம்ம கூட ஈவினிங் போறாங்க, அவங்களுக்கும் சம்மர் வெக்கேஷன், வின்டர் வெக்கேஷன் எல்லாமே இருக்கு. But that is not what the faculty does. so much of homework that they do. So my humble request to all of you is respect them, and at the same time have that bonding where the faculty should also feel happy that yes, I'm investing in the right kid. If you don't pay that attention to the faculty, நாளைக்கு நீங்க திடீர்னு உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு ஹெல்ப் நீங்க ஃபேக்கல்ட்டிக்கு போய் நீங்க அவங்க still they will help you. After all that you would have done, you would not have done anything, but still they will help you. That's a kind of heart that they have. So please pay attention to your faculties. உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு பிரச்சனைனா there is nobody else than your faculties to help you. That is why since our childhood we have been hearing, right? Mata, Pita, Guru, and then only Devam. Parents is always the first, and between parents and God comes the faculties, Guru. So please pay attention, please be with them, and whatever you want, go talk to them. They will be in a position to guide you, and keep visiting that. நீங்க இன்னைக்கு ஒரு நல்ல இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ல ஜாயின் பண்ணிருக்கீங்கன்னா இதுக்கு காரணம் உங்க ஸ்கூல் ஃபேக்கல்டிஸ். அவங்கள மறக்காதீங்க. நாளைக்கு நீங்க ஒரு நல்ல கம்பெனிக்கு போவீங்க, அங்க போனீங்கன்னா நீங்க மறக்க கூடாது யாரும் உங்களை அந்த கம்பெனிக்கு அனுப்பிச்சு வச்சாங்க. அவங்களுக்கும் உங்களோட alma mater, we call it as, you become an alumni of KIOT, so you are an alma mater of KIOT. You will have to keep coming back, and you have to spread the knowledge to your juniors. That is what you need to keep doing in your life. Give back. நீங்க ஒண்ணு கொடுத்தாதான் உங்களுக்கு இன்னொன்னு கிடைக்கும். எனக்கே எல்லாம் வேணும் நீங்க கேட்டுனே இருந்தீங்கன்னா there is a point where you will have everything, but you will not be satisfied, you will not be happy. There is a beautiful statement that I always keep saying. When your standard of living goes up, raise your standard of giving. That means, இன்னைக்கு உங்க கிட்ட ஒரு 10 rupees இருக்குன்னா, try to give 1 or 2 rupees to the needy. நாளைக்கு அந்த 10-20 ஆச்சுன்னா, don't try to increase your standard of living by getting fancy things and doing this, that and all. You can do it. But at the same time, முன்னாடி 2 rupees நீங்க ஒருத்தர் கொடுத்திருந்தீங்கன்னா அதை வந்து ஒரு 3 rupees ஆக்குங்க. Raise your standard of giving, not just in terms of money, in terms of knowledge. இன்னைக்கு நீங்க ஒன்னு கத்துனீங்கன்னா identify those groups where you think they can also get benefited. You go start giving them the piece of knowledge that you have acquired. That way, they will also start giving you some information that may be very, very useful to you. Okay. So with this, I stop here, and I would request the moderator to open for Q&A, and if you can tell me if there are any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Krithi, for your wonderful insights. So to moderator, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable speech. Now, question and answer sessions. Participants, if you have any questions, you can raise your hands.
Yeah, you can raise your hand. Otherwise, you can type your question in the chat box. I request the students to kindly raise your hand. Do you have any clarifications or doubt? We will unmute you. At the same time, you can type your question in the chat box also. Yeah.
Participants, you can also use chat box to ask your questions.
Before that, I would like to ask one question to Krithi.
Yes, sir.
Krithi, most of the students there from first year, actually, before coming to the final year, what are the things they need to equip with respect to the technology front and as well as their attitude front actually? How they're going to give themselves? Yeah.
So could you please repeat again? Sorry.
Actually, how they actually most of them there from the first year actually for getting to the corporate like Virtusa, what is your expectation from the first year, and how they can equip themselves towards your organization?
So the answer is very simple, sir.
Yeah.
First thing, they already have everything covered in their subjects. So they got to be very strong in their core foundation. Every time we come across this answer during the 4th year, sir, அது first year la படிச்சேன் sir. அது 3rd semester la படிச்ச மாதிரி ஞாபகம் sir. ஞாபகம் இல்ல. Please don't mind. அது படிச்ச 2 வருஷம் ஆயிடுச்சு sir. Many time we come across this answer. But the fact is they miss out on their core foundation. Foundation stronger இருந்தாதான் building stronger இருக்கும். Foundation weakனா building weak ஆயிடும். நம்ம வடிவேலோட classic dialogue. Basement stronger but building weaker. ஆனா இங்க வந்து basement stronger ஆனா building weaker. So that is what we actually want them to focus on. Whatever they have today, especially your institute has started something called batch adoption. That means you're already starting whatever is required in the IT career at the pre-early stage during their early 3rd year itself, or sometime in their 2nd year. Now, all they need to do is pay attention, keep putting it in practice. That is going to help them very, very big.
Krithi, we have one chat question also.
Yes,
Sir, how we can overcome fear and insults from this corporate era? How they can manage themselves with working environment? This is
okay.
a question. Yes.
Very interesting question. Okay. First thing, there is nothing called insults in corporate. Okay. It is all about, how do I say? So, எனக்கு ஒன்று தெரியல, அதை வந்து நான் தெரியலன்னு அட்மிட் பண்ணும்போது people might actually mock me. But that's okay. If they mock you, that only means that அவங்களுக்கும் ஆன்சர் ஒழுங்கா தெரியாததுனால தான் அவங்க வந்து உங்களை டீகிரேட் பண்றாங்க. ஆன்சர் தெரிஞ்சுதான் சொல்லிட்டு போயிடலாமே. So all you need to do is fear என்றது unless you speak out. If you have a fear of doing something, say for example, I have a fear of riding 2-wheeler. அப்படின்னா unless you start getting yourself 1 or 2 times hurt also, hurt in the sense ஒரு சின்ன நீங்களா ஓட்ட கத்துன்னு 2 தடவை நீங்களா அது என்னட்டு நீங்க unless you experience, you will never be able to overcome your fear. Many people say, I have a fear of public speaking. I have a fear of speaking English. That's okay. 4 பேருக்கு நீங்க இங்கிலீஷ்ல பேச ஆரம்பிங்க, அந்த 4 பேர் வந்து உங்களை காமெடி பண்ணாங்கன்னா, that means it is not you who is not worthy of it. That means those 4 people are not worthy of you talking to them. Remove those 4 people. Find the next 4 people who can invest in your life. I'll give you my own example. By now, maybe you guys would have already understood by my appearance. The photo that your college has used and my actual appearance varies. I have gone through a big phase of my life, and I have actually come back much stronger. But during this phase, if there is one big lesson that I have learned for myself, is whom to trust and who not to trust. This phase that I have come through is a very big phase. யார் என் கூட இருக்காங்க, யார் எனக்காக இருக்காங்க, யார் எனக்காக இல்ல. They will all be materialistic. என் மூலியமா வேலை நடக்கணும், அவங்களுக்கு முடிஞ்சிச்சா, இப்ப நான் இருக்கேன் இல்லைன்றது அவங்களுக்கு செகண்டரி. So they don't even care about me. I have my own, I thought they are my very close friend, they are my very close buddy and all those things who stay one lane away from me. When something big happened to me, they did not even bother to come and talk to me. They thought that's okay. அவங்களுக்கு அவ்வளவுதான், அவங்களுக்கு என்ன அப்படின்ட்டு. But there are people who went overboard and ensured that they want to support me and be there. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Rajendran sir and Krithivasan sir to have been there, to have been supporting me and my family, to have been constantly asking how's my health. In fact, day before yesterday, when Rajendran sir asked me, the first question he asked is, we want you only to come and speak. Are you fine if you can come on video live and then speak? I said, I have no issues. There are many people, hey, so I avoid those people. Now I know who are the people who mean to me. And for them, I will go that extra mile to do whatever they want. So fear is all in your mindset. And the fear at Tandi, in fact, first 2 months COVID attack, when things happened, I did not come out. But at least I was talking to people and then on fine day I realized this is reality. I need to accept it. I cannot stay back and say that, no, what will people think? Video I don't think that's, I will let them walk away. This is what I am. I have accepted myself and I've started coming out. And people who accept and appreciate are always there with me. People who don't accept, I don't need them. So is your fear. If you have a fear and people are not ready to accept to help you, move them. You don't need them. You need people who can help you. And that is why going back and answer your faculties. But remember, your faculty will beat you, or maybe in today's terminology, they cannot beat you physically, but at least they will scold you, but it's okay. That's how we are. Okay. So bear with that. It will be very fruitful.
Thank you, Krithi. Next question from Muttumani. Yeah, over to moderator, please.
Sir, thank you, sir. Next question is from Muttumani from secondary CE. Sir, can we do any certification course while working for a company?
You can do n number of certification courses. Okay. But again, it goes back to my same first statement. Instead of doing 10 certifications and then having a laundry list of certificates in your CV and your LinkedIn profile, do one thing where people will say, and the certificate that is what you have to. Don't think that, okay, I do 10 certification, people will, oh wow, pick something which is going to help you. If you think my interest is all about cloud, cloud certification, GCP, AWS, Azure, and the certification. If you think I'm interested to get into AI, top 3 certifications are no, let me do or cloud or a data science don't take too many things. Okay, and then it will one day it will burst. If I have to give you a simple example, there is a very good statement which says, don't try to put all your eggs in one basket. That means or basket எடுத்து அதுல நிறைய eggs நீங்க வச்சீங்கன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? அது நீங்க carry பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஒன்னோட ஒன்னு இடிச்சு it will break. It will break. So that is why you should never try putting all the eggs in the same basket. So நிறைய course பண்றேன்னு பண்ணி don't get yourself is like, then what is the knowledge that you have acquired? You confuse ஆகிடுங்க. இது படிச்சோமா, இது AWS படிச்சோமா, இல்ல GCP படிச்சோமா, இல்ல AI படிச்சோமா, ML படிச்சோமா? வேணாம். ஒன்னு எடுங்க, அந்த ஒண்ணுக்கு நல்லா பண்ணுங்க.
Yeah, great.
Sir, next question is from Subhashri Lekha from first year CSBS. Sir, how to find our interest in technology in a short period of time? And what are all the things we need to learn first year to mold ourselves?
First year நீங்க என்ன படிக்கணும்ன்றது உங்க காலேஜ் சொல்லிடுவாங்க. அதுக்கு மேல நான் சொல்றதுக்கு எதுவுமே கிடையாது. அது மட்டும் நீங்க படிச்சாலே அதுதான் உங்களோட core foundation. That is going to be very, very important. Just follow whatever your college is saying. That's the best thing. Okay. Now, to find your passion is something that you will have to ask yourself. What interests you? Maybe if you still don't know what you really like to do, take 2-3 items alone. Just take 2 or 3. Okay, say Java coding or Python or another technology. Meaning of and see which is going to give you that kick. Next day morning, if you wake up, what is that is going to tell you back of your mind? Hey, I'm excited because I'm going to do Java coding today. And the answer that means you are passionate about Java. So whatever that is telling you as a person is what your core interest and passion is, and go in that line.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Sir, next question is from Anupriya, second year ECE. What do you look for when recruiting a candidate?
Okay. What I look for, very simple, is honesty. Okay. எனக்கு தெரியலனா give it an attempt. முயற்சி வரலையா, I'm sorry, but I'm trying, I'm not able to get it, but given an opportunity, I will learn and prove. Being honest to yourself and honest to the environment that you are is what people would like. உங்களுக்கு கத்துக் கொடுக்கறது யார் வேணாலும் என்ன வேணாலும் கத்துக் கொடுக்கலாம், யார் வேணாலும் எப்ப வேணாலும் உங்களுக்கு எதை வேணாலும் கத்துக் கொடுக்கலாம். ஆனா அதுக்கு you have to be true to yourself. Honesty plays a very, very important role, and that is what I look at.
Thank you, sir. So next question is from Prasanna RS from first year CSE. Does company only recruit people with good logical, technical knowledge and communication skills?
எல்லாருமே வந்து காலேஜ் ஜாயின் பண்ணணுமே நாளைக்கே ஒரு ஆஃபர் லெட்டர் கிடைச்சு 4 மணிக்கு ஒரு கம்பெனி ஜாயின் பண்ணிடுறாங்க மாதிரி தான் கேள்வி கேட்கறாங்க. But the fact is, don't think too much. 4 வருஷம் கழிச்சு என்ன நடக்க போறதுன்னு நான் யோசிக்க சொன்னேன். பட் அதுக்கு ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா ரெக்ரூட்மெண்ட் ப்ரிப்பரேஷனுக்குலாம் நீங்க போக வேண்டாம். ஓகே, கம்யூனிகேஷன் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். Logic is very, very important. Okay, logic is all about how you apply. Logic is all about இன்னைக்கு எனக்கு ஒரு பிரச்சனை இருக்குன்னா அதை வந்து எப்படி டிஃப்ரெண்டா சால்வ் பண்ணன்றது தான் லாஜிக். ஸோ இட் இஸ் ஆல் இன் யோர் மைண்ட் செட். அகேன் ஒரு பிரச்சனைனா ஐயோ இந்த பிரச்சனை வந்துருச்சு அப்படின்னு யோசிக்கிறது எப்படி, இந்த பிரச்சனை ஐ திங்க் ஐ மைட் ஹேவ் a different solution. உட்கார்ந்து ஒரு பேப்பர்ல எழுத ஆரம்பிச்சு அதுக்கு டிஃப்ரெண்டா ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் கிடைக்குமா அப்படின்னு பாக்குறது. எனக்கு வந்து if someone gives me a challenge, I love. எனக்கு being the same regular person as what I was doing yesterday is not something that really gives me kick. So always try to look into the logic. எல்லாத்தையும் ஒரு லாஜிக் பாருங்க, அதுக்கு ரொம்பவும் பார்க்க கூடாது. ஒரு விஷயத்துலயும் லாஜிக் பார்க்க கூடாது. ஒரு சில விஷயத்துல just let go loose. ஒரு சில problem areasல you have to look into the logic. And this whatever that you do right now, you will be able to put it when you come to the recruitment stage.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, Venkatagiri Raju
Sir,
from
ஒரு
second
request,
year.
sir. So a request, யாராவது வந்து இந்த கம்பெனி ரெக்ரூட்மெண்ட் கேட்டாங்க வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், my standard answer to them, don't think too much. Don't ever think too much. Just let go. All you need to concentrate is in the 4 வருஷம் is going to be very, very important phase of your life, and how to enjoy this engineering. Engineering ரசிச்சு படிக்கணும். அதை நீங்க பார்த்தாலே rest all will fall in place. So யாராவது ரெக்ரூட்மெண்ட் கம்பெனி क्वेश्चंस கேட்டாங்கன்னா அதை அவாய்ட் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
Okay, sir. Thank
Yeah.
Then Prasanna ji from first year is raising your hand. Prasanna, are you in line? First year ECE, G Prasanna. Okay, I think it's gone. Okay, next question. Sir Venkatesh Giri Raju, how to be a good engineer?
There is no secret recipe of becoming a good engineer. An engineer is a person who has understood the logic, a person who has understood what it takes and what are the concepts, what is the science behind engineering, and putting it into a practice. வெறும் படிச்சுனே இருந்தா மட்டும் போறாது. நீங்க படிக்கிறத you will have to put it into practice. நான் ஸ்கூல் படிக்கும்போது எனக்கு கம்ப்யூட்டர் கிளாஸ் கூட it used to be theory class. Weekly once தான் எங்களை வந்து வீக்லி கூட இல்லை. In fact, it used to be, if I remember, it was monthly once computer lab கூட்டிட்டு போவாங்க. அதுவும் ஷூஸ் கட்டிட்டு சாக்ஸ் கட்டிட்டு கை வாஷ் பண்ணிட்டு ரொம்ப சுத்தமா தான் கம்ப்யூட்டர் லேப்குள்ள போனோம். எங்க ஸ்கூல்லயே வந்து கம்ப்யூட்டர் லேப் மட்டும்தான் ஏர் கண்டிஷன் ரூம். We used to think that கம்ப்யூட்டர்ஸ்னா ஏசி கூட தான் வைக்கணும், நான் ஏசி என்வாயன்மெண்ட்ல இருக்கக்கூடாது, அப்படிதான் நாங்க இருந்தோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் எனக்கு தெரிய வந்தது இல்ல அந்த காலத்துல அப்படி இருந்திருக்காங்கன்னு. So in today what you study theory நீங்க படிச்சுட்டே இருந்தீங்கன்னா it is not going to help you. 2 + 2 4 3 + 3 6 னா ஓகே. அதை தாண்டி நாளைக்கு வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து 10 + 16 என்னன்னு கேட்டா டக்குன்னு 26 உங்களுக்கு சொல்ல தெரியணும்னா பேப்பர்ல எழுதி காமிச்சா how will you do the addition? It all goes back to if you have not practiced doing it, you will never be able to do it. So whatever you study today, please practice.
Okay, now what are all the things explaining?
Yeah. What is the next
All the
question?
questions is sir, Akash from first year MEC is asking about what things do I need to add to myself before I shift to campus from corporate?
Campus to corporate work in community. So again, you will have to work on a personality. I have not seen you. I could not even see you on the screen, so I really can't comment anything about it. But if your communication is good in terms of you should be able to speak to me where I can understand, and if you are able to understand what I'm speaking right now, you're there. Second, how do you put it into practice? Never ever copy paste. We always do that mistake. ஃப்ரெண்டுகிட்ட இருந்து சிவி வாங்கி அதை அப்படியே டிப்பி அடிச்சுட்டு அதை போய் இன்டர்வியூல காமிச்சிட்டு வேலை வாங்கிட்டேன்னு சொல்றது இட் வில் நாட் கெட் யூ எனிவே. அது வந்து உங்களுக்கு என்ட்ரி கொடுக்கும், பட் அதுக்கு மேல உங்களுக்கு எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ நெவர் எவர் டூ அ காப்பி பேஸ்ட். ஓகே, ஐ ஹவ் கம் அக்ராஸ் சிவிஸ் வேர் பீப்புள் ஹவ் பீன் லைக் அப்பா அம்மா பேர்லாம் கூட காப்பி அடிச்சிருக்காங்க. ஏன்னா காப்பி அடிக்கும் போது அதை கூட எடிட் பண்ண மாட்டேன்னு நாங்கள் கேட்டிருக்கோம். ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் ஒர்க் ஆன் யோர் செல்ஃப். If people have to, so நீங்க வந்து என்ன பண்ணணும்னா, who is your idol? Who do you want to aspire to become? And don't keep too big a person and all. Maybe ஒரு 5 years முன்னாடி KIOT ல இருந்து ஒரு படிச்ச ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இன்னைக்கு can be doing very well. அவரே நீங்க வந்து ஒரு ஐடியலா வச்சுக்கோங்க. அவரை மாதிரி நான் ஆனோம்னா என்ன பண்ணணும்? அது உங்களுக்கு என்ன தெரிஞ்சிச்சுன்னா அதுல இருந்தே ஒரு ஸ்டெப் அவர் பண்ணதோட ஒரு ஸ்டெப் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா பண்ணீங்கன்னா you will be able to prosper even much faster.
Krithi, we have another question actually.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Trisa from first year ECE. Sir, why attitude is more important for placement than aptitude? He's asking about attitude.
Aptitude is all about maths, logical, verbal reasoning. But attitude is all about a personality. Okay, if your attitude is not good, no matter how big a person you are, no matter what you are, who you are, nobody will care. Attitude is all about, given a situation, how do you react? இன்னைக்கு வந்து உங்களுக்கு லாட்டரியில ஒரு 1 lakh அடிச்சிச்சுன்னா இமீடியட்டா வந்து நீங்க வந்து ஆர் யூ சம்மன் யூ வில் பி லைக் ஹே இவங்க கூட எல்லாம் சேர மாட்டேன், ஏன்னா அவன்லாம் யாரு, அவங்களுக்குலாம் ஒரு பைசா கிடையாது. He is already having so much money, right? So அவங்க கூட நான் போய் சேர்றேன் அப்படின்னு நாங்க போனீங்கன்னா that is not the right attitude. Or in simple terms, today all of a sudden நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இயர்ல திடீர்னு நீங்க வந்து கோல்டு மெடல் கிடைச்சதுனால நாளைக்கு வந்து உங்க யாரு உங்களுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணாங்களோ அவங்களெல்லாம் மறந்துட்டு ஓகே திஸ் இஸ் வாட் லைஃப் இஸ் ஆல் அபௌட், அடிச்சதுல அடுத்தது யாரு, அப்ப இவ்வளவு போய் பிடிக்கும் அப்படின்னு போறது, தட்ஸ் நாட் த ரைட் attitude. Attitude is all about how you are as a person and how you deal with the situation. On the time, how true and truthful you are with people around. Attitude is going to be very, very important. நான் இப்படிதான் இருப்பேன், நான் இதான் நான் பண்ணுவேன் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா that will not get you anywhere. ஒரு situationல, if the situation demands you to be flexible, you should say that, hey, இது என்னப்பா, இதோட பெருசாவும் நான் பண்றேன், நான் ரெடி அப்படின்னு சொல்றது ரைட் ஆட்டிடியூட். நோ வேஸ்ட், இதெல்லாம் என்னால பண்ணவே முடியாது, நான் வந்தா இப்படிதான், நான் பிசினஸ் கிளாஸ்ல தான் வருவேன், நான் ஃபிளைட்ல தான் வருவேன், நான் ட்ரெயின்ல ஏற மாட்டேன், பஸ்ல வர மாட்டேன்னு சொன்னா that's not the right attitude.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, now this question is from Muttumani from secondary ECE, sir. Sir, how does self-learning help in shaping one's career?
Could you please repeat again, sir? Sorry.
How does self-learning help in shaping one's career?
It's a very big thing. Self-learning is what makes you become self-sufficient. If you're someone who has always been under the shadow of someone else, you will never be able to self-sustain. Self-sustain is all about இன்னைக்கு நானா இதை பண்ணோம்னா நான் எப்படி நானா கத்துன்னு பண்ணுவேன். இன்னைக்கு காலேஜ்ல இருக்கும் போது உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது டவுட்னா நீங்க அடிக்கடி போய் ஃபேக்கல்டிட்ட கேட்கலாம், எல்லாம் பண்ணலாம், தட் இஸ் ஃபைன். பட் கார்பரேட் குள்ள வந்துட்டீங்கன்னா, இஃப் யூ திங்க் எனக்கு ஏதாவது பிரச்சனை சும்மா என் மேனேஜர் போய் கேட்கறது, வீட்டுல போய் கேட்டீங்கன்னா ஒரு பாயிண்ட்ல ஏன்பா இல்ல நீயா கத்துன்னு வர மாட்டியா, உன்னால ஆன்லைன்ல ரீசர்ச் பண்ண தெரியாதா? ஸோ தட் இஸ் வாட் செல்ஃப் லேர்னிங் இஸ் ஆல் அபவுட். நீங்களா எப்படி கத்துண்டு அதை பிராக்டிஸ் போடுறீங்கன்றது தான் செல்ஃப் லேர்னிங். அண்ட் தட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு கோ லாங் வே இன் யுவர் லைஃப், நாட் ஜஸ்ட் இன் யுவர் கெரியர், இன் எனிதிங்.
Thank you, sir. Sir, next, Bala Shankar from first year CSBS is asking that which will we give more important, studies or skills?
Studies எல்லாமே ஸ்கில் வராது. Unless there are certain things where studies எல்லாமே ஸ்கில் வருது. பட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டடீஸ் இருந்தால் தான் அந்த ஸ்கில் அக்வயர் பண்றதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு அந்த நாலேஜ் வேணும். அந்த நாலேஜ் அந்த ஸ்டடீஸ்லேருந்து தான் வரும். If I say skill, you will not concentrate on studies, right? But unless you study, you will not acquire that skill. இன்னைக்கு yes, I can go to the computer, I can do this, I can do that. அப்படின்னா to operate that computer, you should know how to operate that computer, right? அது எங்க போய் படிப்பீங்க? அது படிக்காம நீங்களா ஆப்ரேட் பண்ணிடுவீங்களா? How to switch on the computer is basic. அது எங்கேயாவது நீங்க படிக்கணும். So studies is going to be important. That is what is going to help you acquire those skills.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Kirtika BD from secondary CA. What are all the principles a company expects from employee to academic play a major role on the skills?
Very simple again. First thing, the skills center is all about in the recruitment. They will ask you how proficient are you in Java and all those things. அதுக்கு இன்னைக்கு நீங்க என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, அன்னைக்கு do you remember this, do you remember that, ஒரு சிம்பிளா கேட்கும் போது you should be able to answer. It goes back to your strong foundation. So அதுக்கு தான் whatever that you're going to study today, tomorrow and the next 4 years are going to be very, very important.
Thank you. Sir, next from Ilakia, third year ECE. Sir, what are all the important skills we need to develop for our IT career, and how much internship is important?
Internship is very, very important because நீங்க என்ன படிக்கிறீங்களோ, if you have to put it in practice, one of the best way to do it is internship. When you get an opportunity to do internship, don't miss it. Please make use of it, go for it. That will help you in your long way.
Thank you. Next, students, do you have any questions? If you want, you can raise your hands or you can post your questions in chat box.
Yes, we have another question, Krithi. Mr. Prasanna from first CSC. What are the high-paid jobs in data science and cloud computing?
There are Microsoft and Amazon of the world who are paying 30-40 lakhs per annum and then they are recruiting people. You know, 4 வருஷம் முடிக்கும் போது அந்த 40 lakhs and 70-75 lakhs கூட ஆயிடலாம். So you never know. Anything is possible.
Thank you, Krithi. Next, we have Aruna. What are the required skills to sustain in IT sector? Sustain இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா ஐடில என்ன ஸ்கில் வேணும்?
First thing again, going back, honesty. தெரியலனா தெரியல, தப்பு பண்ணிட்டேன்னா தப்பு பண்ணிட்டேன். That is very, very important. Owning up your mistake and leadership quality, respect. These three are very, 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 very important. இது இருந்தாலே rest all will be taken care.
Yeah.
So next question is from Kamalakannan from first year CSEA. How much academics is important to develop our programming skills?
Very important. Because engineering அதுதான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லியே கொடுக்க போகுது. In engineering படிக்கிறது பாதி விஷயம். Might be you might go with mathematics or some other additional subject, but half of it, programming, C, Java, all those programming are part of your academics are going to help you.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Satish Sai from first year CSE. How to talk with higher officials in corporate sector or industry?
இந்த ஆன்சர் வந்து நீங்க படிச்சு முடிக்கும் போது நான் சொல்றேன். ஏன்னா இப்ப நான் சொன்னேன்னா then your college will come and fight with me. நீங்க என்ன உங்க corporate culture இப்பவே வந்து காலேஜ்க்குள்ள கொண்டு வரீங்க. So I will not answer this question.
Okay. We have another question, Balasankar from first year. How many kinds of jobs in IT sector?
Hundreds and thousands of jobs.
They're asking about core IT and IT product, IT services. Like that he's asking, I think so.
There are n number. நானே வந்து I'm recruiting for almost 20-30 different profiles from my own company. So you know, right? Virtusa is just one company. There are hundreds of companies like that, hundreds of profiles. But எல்லாத்துக்குமே வந்து மூலாதாரம் உங்க academics, what you're going to study here.
Thank you, sir. Sir, next question is from Muttumani. Sir, can you name some good internships in cyber security?
Sir, எனக்கு இந்த முத்துமணியை கொஞ்சம் ஸ்கிரீன்ல வர சொல்றீங்களா? அவர் கேள்வி நிறைய வருது.
Muttumani. Yeah. So meanwhile, we have another question. Maithili from third year CE. Mastering in one specific domain is good, or having a wide knowledge in different domains is good? We need both, sir. இது மூணுமே வேணுமா? ரெண்டுமே வேணுமா இல்ல ஏதோ ஒண்ணுல இருந்தா போதுமா?
First வந்து to know what that one is, you need to try 2-3 different things. ஒரு 3 எடுத்து பண்ணுங்க. அந்த 3ல you will understand which is that one thing that gives you the kick. நான் முன்னாடி ஆன்சர் பண்ண மாதிரி how to find what really interests us, என்ன பண்ணணும்ன்றது ஏதோ ஒரு 3 எடுங்க. அந்த 3த்தையும் give equal importance. One thing will make you keep thinking and ராத்திரி தூங்கும்போது கூட உங்க கனவுல அது வரும். அது என்னன்னு நீங்க கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டீங்கன்னா அந்த ட்ராக்லயே போங்க.
Great, Krithi, you have answered all the questions, and still we have 1 or 2 questions. Most of them they're asking the basic question what they asked earlier. Thank you so much for your wonderful session, and you have answered well, and you have covered almost in all areas of IT. Thank you so much. Over to
Before that, just a small thing. So, like I said, please enjoy this engineering. 4 வருஷம் முடிஞ்சு நீங்க கார்ப்பரேட் குள்ள வந்தாவிட்டு then you'll be like, 4 வருஷம் காலேஜ் லைஃப் நம்ம மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம்ப்பா. லைஃப் could have been much beautiful, right? அப்படின்னு நமக்கு தோணும். எனக்கு அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய வந்திருக்கு. அதனால தான் நான் இந்தியா வந்து காலேஜ்ல போய் படிக்கணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்டேன். but where no one understood, that's okay. But please enjoy this period. Other than the enjoyment, life and enjoyment of 30 minutes now, 42 or 30 minutes. Equal, your life is going to be fantastic. If you still have any question, I'll be more than happy to answer. I will not give my number or email ID. I have my LinkedIn profile, Krithivasan S. You can come, you can ask any question on my LinkedIn profile. I'll be more than happy to answer. And I'll be more than happy to connect with you. And Mr. Muttumani, please share your address. Small gift from Virtusa is awaiting you.
Sir, could you kindly give me some good certifications for cybersecurity domain, sir? Since I'm interested in it.
I'll definitely help you. Don't worry. First,
Thank you,
start
sir.
understanding what cybersecurity is. And
Yes, sir. I've learned the fundamentals of it, sir.
Cybersecurity. Yes, start I will also get you some good internship either in Virtusa or outside. I know some nice startups in cybersecurity who can help you, who are also in Coimbatore also. I can help you. Long way to go.
Thank you, sir.
And share your address through your college. For all the questions that you have asked, I have a small goodie for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Right, Muttumani. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So to
Thank
moderator,
you.
yeah. You can move to the next agenda. Yes.
Sir, thank you, sir. Now I request Professor B. Dinesh, Placement Manager, EEE, to deliver vote of thanks.
Okay. Happy morning, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy morning to one and all present here. On behalf of KIOT management, I thank our today's chief guest, Mr. Krithivasan, Head Strategy and Engagement Virtusa, for his inspirational speech. Sir, I assure you, definitely our students will follow your guidelines to achieve their dreams and also get success in their career. And I thank our management, below principal, director placement and AAA, director CDT and HODs for arranging this valuable session and the continuous support towards faculty and students. Also, I thank all our faculty and dear students, especially Muttumani too, who participated in this session and continuously asking their questions to develop their career. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So on behalf of KIOT and Pratt and AAA, once again, we like to thank Mr. Krithi and also the moderator, Professor Krithivasan, and all the faculty members and heads of department. Special thanks goes to our management as well as our founder and principal of knowledge and technology. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you. Bye. End the meeting. Or to